Alrighty then. Good morning, everybody. Yes, I got the 80s 80s pop sounds going. And this morning when I got out here to check the news, I noticed that there are a lot of women on their knees. And so that got me intrigued, but that's because something was trending this morning. Don't get too excited, guys. Get your minds out of the gutter. Anyway, so it's Tuesday, Twitter Tuesday, and I got most of my news from Twitter today, but I got a couple other things. If I get to them, we'll see how it goes. Welcome to the show. Johnny, play the intro. Maybe. Johnny, get your mouse working.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night.
Son of a bitch. Are you serious? God, I hate this show. Okay. Thank you, Ty Alexander, who said, P-Dog, you're muted. I should probably pay attention to the chat. All right. Let's just try something real quick. Let's go. Hey now, welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, and I'll be with you here 7 minutes less than I would have been. This is me, this is my Space Cadet music, because I was a Space Cadet this morning, and that's rather silly. But I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Night on the internet. Welcome back to the P-Dog Night channel. It's the 28th of June, 2022. I'm going to just start over with this whole thing and say good morning. First in the by the way, thank you, Ty Alexander. Ty Alexander, you are
the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day.
Thank you. All right. We can turn the music off. So anyway, let's start over. I'm just going to say hi. If you're wondering what that was all about, I was just saying, this morning I got to the studio and saw a bunch of women on their knees, and I'm like, oh, women on their knees, I kind of like that. But that's, where's your mind going? Huh? Where's your mind going? Anyway, there's a whole story that's trending today, and we'll talk about that and lots of other stuff because it is Twitter Tuesday. Most of my stories are from Twitter. It's Tuesday, and I was muted and all that stuff. But let me go back and say hi to everybody because I just gotta do that. So, and plus, I know that all of you want to hear this. Let me just say so. So, and I'll get to that Jaeger Pony. One of my favorite notifications there, by the way. So, first in the chat today was Rachel Maddow's dildo, and okay, I don't want to think about that anymore. I'm disgusted with myself for just doing that. Real quick, thank you, Jaeger Pony, with the devil's donation, the 666, who said you can use this for a pack of Post-it notes. Put one on your monitor that says check audio. Thank you, Jaeger Pony, and Jaeger Pony, you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you. But anyway, Rachel Maddow, you're the only one who gets the bell for being here first. Thank you for being here first. And not the only one who gets the bell, but you get the bell for being here first. Also, good morning. CNN sucks, the most redundant name on the internet. Also, Jimmy Das Hotep, what's up? The Rotten Corpses of the House. Tara Alexander, Advocatus Diablo, the Devil's Advocate. Jaeger Pony, my favorite Canadian. K-Shells in the house. By the way, question from Ty Alexander, Rachel. Do you know Don Lemon's butt plug? Too much. Little too much, little too much, little too much. Also, good morning to Mike Savage Blarg and Lord Stanhope's in the house. Also, somebody down here. Oh, yeah, Jay Pylon, welcome back. Good morning also to Black Hebrew Israelite. Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
There we go. Also, good morning to, let's see, Crack Shots in the house. And I'm a little shook from leaving that mute on so long. Select the boys in the house.
Yeah,
good morning,
boy.
Also, good morning to who else is here? I'm looking. Tyler F. What's up? Maddie's in the house. Nice to see you. Also, and that's legit low talker. Okay. So, let's talk about why I'm talking about women on their knees first, just because, and then we'll get through just some of the things that are trending on Twitter today, news topics that people are probably just getting to. I might be the first one to talk about, but I may not, because I think Monkey's over there talking about stuff. By the way, if Monkey, someone make sure to put, let's see, did he put my link in the chat? I don't know. When he's done, I want him to put the link in the chat to have everyone from over there to come over here. Mike Savage is over there too. Well, there you go. Things bounce even on the moon. I'm reading the chat over at Monkey's place. Anyway, let Monkey know that I sent him a DM to send everyone over here, because it'd be fun to have 1,000, couple of extra 100 people here. But anyway, 21 people in the chat, 9 likes. Hit the like button while you're thinking about it. Share the stream before, during, after the stream. If you're watching a replay, put a comment in the comment section, and you can watch the show. You can be one of those people at pdognight.live. That's my Streamlabs link, where you don't give Susan 30%. Or I don't care if you want to do the 30% to Susan. Super chats are fine too. It's all good, man. Like Saul Goodman, one of my shows that I like to watch, Better Call Saul. So let's talk about the national anthem. So the national anthem is trending today. It's trending for a couple reasons. I thought, are people getting a preview of the 4th of July? No. There is people talking. Oh shoot! Now it refreshed. So now I'm not sure if I'm going to find it. Well, anyway, the reason the national anthem is trending is there are people on Twitter who are saying that women should take a knee for the national anthem because of what the Supreme Court did. Here it is. Someone named Wendy Murphy here. By the way, disclosure, if you're going to respond to these people, respond to them on your own dime handle, whatever. I say please be respectful of anyone that you see on my streams. But anyway, someone named Wendy Murphy here said all women at public events should take a knee during the national anthem. Your country just declared you unworthy of the most basic due process rights to personal autonomy and bodily. Okay, she doesn't know what due process means. To bodily personal autonomy and bodily integrity. You don't honor the flag until your rights as a human being are restored. Abortion ban. Now, there is no abortion ban, but in some states they are. Well, I suppose there's no national abortion ban. Okay, it's not the country. The Supreme Court ruled that that whole situation of legality and how they're going to determine it is going to be determined by the political process. Let's see, what the hell's going on here? There we go. It's going to be determined by the political process. And so, it's funny because so many people are saying, oh no, democracy. Oh, Monkey Crew incoming. Cool. Someone go here. Here's my link. Someone go put that over there or send it to them. Remind them. Oh, that's not even it. What the hell am I doing today? This day is going crazy. Let's go there. There we go. If you want to, you can drop that link over at Monkey's place, or I could do that. What am I doing? Jesus. Forget it. Anyway, good morning, Mr. Brushface, and this is Kyle. So anyway, so the idea that, okay, if you kneel during the national anthem because you're a woman and you think that you have no rights, well, you have a right to vote and be part of the political process that determines where you live, what the parameters and legalities of abortion are going to be. And it's funny because a lot of the people, that's a subscribe. Good morning, Verara Shashamadi Die. I know I said that right. Anyway, So what the Supreme Court did, they improved democracy so that people who are maybe don't like the idea or don't think there should be different parameters, they can actually vote on it. Anyone can vote on this, because the idea that is, you have a right to bodily autonomy. Well, they've already proven you don't have a right to bodily autonomy, because they forced some people to get the Fauci juice. You can't sell a kidney if you want to. There's a whole lot of things you can't do with your own body that are illegal. And so, now granted, some people think this as a religious thing, or whatever when life starts, but I don't think a unelected body of 9 justices are the ones who should have made the laws. And that's because that's not the role of the court. And that's part of the reason why this is overturned. Not that it should be illegal. And I don't think it should be illegal. I'm one of those people who don't think it should be illegal, but I think there certainly should be some parameters on it, because there's a point, and whether it's in your body or not, it is a separate body that, here's a small analogy that may not work out. We'll see. I would imagine that, for instance, if there were some scientists who decided to go to the Arctic, right? And they were studying polar bears, and they wanted to study the fetal development of polar bears. So what they do, they put some polar bears to sleep, and they would take the polar bear fetus, or whatever you want to call it, out of the polar bear and dissect it. Do you think there are people who would think that that's absolutely barbaric? Well, I think they would, and I know that's probably been done before. But there are people who think of abortion as barbaric. Not everybody. Some people see it as a clump of cells, right? But that's an argument that the country did not get to have, because 9 Supreme Court justices came together and made a law out of that was not a law. They basically wrote a law on how how they would make it work. Now, what they should have done, or in 72, if they really wanted it to be, consider it the right because of the right of privacy or whatever, which apparently that right isn't necessarily applicable in the United States these days either, they still should have made states say, okay, you need to figure out what your parameters are yourself. But instead, the court wrote the parameters of the law. And so that's not how the courts are supposed to work. And so that's why I am absolutely in agreement that the decision should have been overturned. But I'm not necessarily in agreement that abortion should be illegal either. I think there are some legal parameters that you can have. Like I said, I've talked about it before. I don't have a problem with morning after pills, where the fertilized egg implants, it stops it from implanting, and then there's no process that's beginning. So I don't know. It's a tough question. But anyway, so the idea, though, that if women should kneel for the national anthem, people are talking about that. The other reason people are saying that, let's see. So if I kneeled for the national anthem but was praying instead, would GOPers be upset or be happy for me exercising my First Amendment rights? So there's also the decision in the case of the coach. I don't know if it's in here. There was a coach in Michigan who, on his own, after a football game, kneeled on the in the football field just in prayer, thanking, his moment of silence, a moment of prayer, right? And the coach was fired. Wow, a whole bunch of people showed up. Fickmeyer, Quinn, and Chicago Mike, and the chef, and Spud Gun, and Ebony Williams, good morning to all of you. And Rock Hopper, my other friend from Down Under. And Verer of Shmati, good morning to you too. So anyway, so the Supreme Court decision was that this coach who was fired for praying on his own, that should not be illegal. He didn't demand his players come join him. He just did it on his own, and he got fired for it. And so the Supreme Court said that, just the act of praying on public property if you're a public employee is not establishing a religion. And so a lot of people are out here screaming, well, if he was a Muslim or Jewish or something, then he wouldn't be able to do it. Well, unfortunately, a Muslim organization and a Jewish organization both wrote amicus briefs in that case. So let me, I'm going to see if I can find, unfortunately, this whole thing flips, so now I can't do it. Here's, let's see. So honestly careless whether you pray before or during. Okay, so here's the Supreme Court decision on that. The Supreme Court's first decision of the day. This is from yesterday. Is Kennedy versus Bremerton. In a 6-3 opinion by Gorsuch, the court upholds that public school officials have a constitutional right to pray publicly and lead students in prayer in school events. Now, is that what he said? Because that's not what the case was. Joseph Kennedy lost his job as a high school football coach because he knelt at midfield after games to offer a quiet prayer of thanks. Mr. Kennedy prayed during a period when school employees were free to speak with a friend, call for a reservation at a restaurant, check email, or attend to other personal matters. He offered his prayers quietly while his students were otherwise occupied. Still, the Bremerton School District disciplined him anyway. It did so because it thought anything less could lead to a reasonable observer to conclude mistakenly that it endorsed Mr. Kennedy's religious beliefs. That reasoning was misguided. Both the free exercise and free speech clauses of the First Amendment protect expressions like Mr. Kennedy's. Nor does a proper understanding of the amendment's establishment clause require government to single out private religious speech for special disfavor. The Constitution and our best traditions counsels mutual respect and tolerance, not censorship and suppression for religious and non-religious views alike. So, now, the problem is if some people are taking this as... Now, notice the difference in language, okay, of what happened and what this person tweeted. This person saying that it gave public schools... It said public school officials have a constitutional right to pray publicly and lead students in prayer during school events. That doesn't sound like what this said to me, because that is not what happened in this case. So, seeing as how he made no out-and-out statement of religious belief, how could that be? Well, whether he did or not, what happened is he just kneeled at midfield after games to offer a quiet prayer of thanks on his own. Now, again, this is at the time when the players are all talking to their families and other people in the stands are on their way out, and they're like you said, making reservations to go eat and this and that, making their plans. Some kids getting ready to go party. He didn't invite players to join him. He didn't lead them in a prayer. He didn't do any of that. He just knelt on his own and gave a prayer and then left. And the school fired him for that. Now, this guy's going to keep going on, though, about this, because this is, there's a couple of people who've written threads on this that are really not even factual. But the Supreme Court formally overrules the Lemon test and the endorsement test, substantially cutting back the Establishment Clause separation of church and states. No, they did not at all. And there is no, the Establishment Clause. This is not establishing a state religion. Does this idiot not understand the Establishment Clause? Thank you, Black Hebrew Israelite, for sponsoring the show. You know what? I was kind of on an 80s pop thing. I'll come back to this. I was on an 80s pop thing, and I'm going to continue with that. So, Black Hebrew Israelite, before I play or read your thing here, Black Hebrew Israelite, thank you for the 333. Appreciate you.
That's right.
Black Hebrew Israelite says, and I am quoting because I got a feeling that I'm going to get in trouble for this one. Hello, Snoopy. What's up? And Anna Lynn. Black Hebrew Israelite says, sorry, I'm just preparing myself. A woman's natural position should always be on her knees.
That's right.
This ruling is a good first step. Let's keep away their other... What? Let's keep... I don't know what to say. You gotta read... What are you writing here? This ruling is a good first step. Let's keep away their other privileges like child support and alimony.
That's right.
Let's get these bitches in line. Okay. I am one to thank you for the Streamlabs, but I disavow 100%. I'll pretend I did not read that. So anyway. All right. So this guy continues the thread, and it's funny because I've seen so many threads like this that are just kind of disinformation. So he says he's overrules the lemon test, whatever that is, an endorsement test. It's not an endorsement of religion. This guy did it on his own without taking his students with him, on his own damn time before he left. And cutting back the establishment's cause, separation of church and state. There is no, first of all, there's no such thing as separation of church and state. The establishment clause is the government shall make no, establish no state religion, right? How does some guy praying on his own in the middle of the field after a game establish a religion? That's not you're not separating church and states. Anyway, hello, Papa Hotep. He continues, with today's decision, the Supreme Court effectively grants special, heightened First Amendment rights to religious speech, allowing public school teachers to pray on the job while denying most other public employees basic free speech rights? How? Oh my God. Now Sotomayor dissents. The court sets... dissenting, saying the court sets us further down a perilous path in forcing states to entangle themselves with religion, with all our rights hanging in the balance. Today's decision is no bullshit. Are you telling me that Muslim teachers don't pray during school time, like in their breaks or whatever? This allows them to do that as long as they're not forcing students to do it. Here's what she says. Today, the court once again weakens the backstop. It elevates one individual's interest in personal religious exercise in the exact same... Now, just that line alone, it's not elevating, it's allowing the freedom of that person's religious exercise, however he's doing it. In the exact time and place of that individual's choosing over society's interest in protecting the separation between church and state. How does that entangle church and state if a coach prays on his own in the middle of the field? Eroding the protections for religious liberty for all. How? Today's decision is particularly misguided because it elevates the religious rights of a school official who voluntarily accepted public employment and the limits that public employment entails. The public employment doesn't limit your right to pray if you want to. If he was on the sidelines and they got 26 seconds left with their ball on their own 18, and they're running. They got to get to the other end of the field because they're down 6. Do you think a quick, oh my God, please thank Vlad, please help us help us with this family. But then I want a touchdown. Get us a football. Get that football down the field. Do you think that would that be against the law too? The way she said this? Today's decision is particularly misguided because it elevates the religious rights of a school official who voluntarily accepted public employment and limits that public employment entails over those of his students who are required to attend school and who this court has long recognized are particularly vulnerable and deserve protection. Protection from what? I wonder if he's allowed to pray before a meal while he's in the school. Do you think if he's eating in the cafeteria, is he allowed to pray before school? Are Muslim teachers allowed to go and pray whatever time they need to? Like, do they pray 7 times a day, something like that? Are they allowed to do that during school? In doing so, the court sets us further down a perilous path into forcing states to entangle themselves in religion with all of our rights hanging in the balance as much as the court. Oh my God, she's stupid. She's got to be the dumbest Supreme Court justice ever. But this guy doesn't like it. The Supreme Court's second decision of the day is Concepcion versus Gio. Okay, I'm going to skip that because that's partially what this it says in the national anthem thread. I wish I could find the one. Apparently, at the U.S. cycling event, though, there were several women who kneeled for the national anthem. The other part of the national anthem that's coming up is Colin Kaepernick's name keeps coming up, and so here's one of them. So here's what this guy named Mark. So Colin Kaepernick kneeling during the national anthem is disrespecting the flag and what it stands for. Interesting, but isn't praying at midfield right after the game disrespecting the flag, which kind of happened due to people wanting freedom of and freedom from religion? There is no such thing as freedom from religion. That's a new one. That's what people think it is. It's not freedom from religion. It's freedom of religion. And you know what? A guy not forcing anyone to pray with him. He just kneeled because he was giving thanks. I'm sorry. That's not the state enforcing religion on anybody. That's not a state establishing religion. If he was a Muslim and went out and prayed in the middle of the field and said, Allah, blah, and Allah Akbar and all that shit, it's not, and they're not forcing anyone else to do it. But a lot of people brought it up. It came up over and over and over. Well, what if he was a Muslim, or what if he's a Jew, or da 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 da? And it was just over and over and over. Get ready for the culture warriors on the left and right to endlessly accuse each other of hypocrisy because one side supports Colin Kaepernick's right to kneel for the national anthem while the other supports Coach Kennedy's right to lead a prayer. Coach Kennedy wasn't leading a prayer. See, that's the other thing. They keep saying, it gives him a right to lead a prayer. That's not what happened in this case. All right, real quick, let me get caught up on a couple super chats here. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. Liberal Tire's back. Liberal Tire. I'm going to go sad with Liberal Tire. Liberal Tire, thank you for dropping a deuce in the tip jar today. I love that phrase. Liberal Tire says, excuse me, P. Don't be correct by misinformed and layman reading of the new rulings. Rachel Maddow told me what the rulings mean. I ain't got time to read. Side note, can you start adding your musical selections to the one tab link? Some of them are good. Well, thank you, Tyler Alexander, for sponsoring the show, and I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can add them to the one because they're from my music service. So I don't know if you can get to them without being subscribed to the music service. And also, I never know which ones I play because I don't really keep track of them. I just click on the list here. But anyway, thank you for sponsoring the show one more time. I appreciate it. Also, thank you. This is Kyle's in the house. Thank you for sponsoring the show with a big 5 spot. Who says, with a big 5 spot. Who says, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. Here, let's go happy and hopeful for This is Kyle. Kyle says, I'm what would be called a God-hating atheist, and even I agree with the Supreme Court ruling. Get over your hate for Christianity, liberals. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Kyle. You God-hating atheist. All right. All right. Anyway, so those are a couple reasons why National Anthem is trending. What I don't know. Oh gosh. And so and you got like these former military people who I respect, but so here it is. There's one guy, Jim Barkley, says, this is what this 71-year-old ex-Marine, ex-Goldwater Republican knows we will win. This bunch robe-wearing political hacks and vandals and their puppeteers like the powers that be when the 60s began, who thought they're sending my contemporaries off to die in Vietnam was a safe idea. What the fuck is he responding to? Oh, Full House star Jodie Sweetin spoke out Sunday after police officers pushed her to the ground this weekend at an abortion rights demonstration in Los Angeles. So if you don't know what that's about, let's see if I can, I'm going to open that in a new tab just so I can go back and find it. At one of the protests this weekend, this woman was at a protest and she got pushed by the police because she was agitating, right? She was out there. I wonder if they have a clip of it. Here it is. So, is this her? So the protesters were blocking a Los Angeles freeway. And some of the protesters were trying to get through the line of the police officers. So obviously this clip is, notice where they start the clip. They start the clip where the police are removing her from their space. Okay. So notice. When the officer pushed her, watch her feet. In fact, let's make this a little bit bigger here. Watch this. Watch the feet here. Okay, watch the feet, and notice this little whatever that is that's sticking up out of the ground. Watch her feet. They move her, and she tripped over. They didn't push her to the ground. She tripped over the ledge. Maybe they'll show it again. Are they going to show it again? I guess not. Okay, again. Problem is this editing too, because you don't see what she did to get the treatment from the police. But notice, I'm going to stop. Right? Look where her feet are. They didn't push her to the ground. She lost her footing. See her feet right here? Watch her go down. She steps, she loses her footing off the curb. He did push her, but she didn't fall because of the push. She fell because of where her feet were in juxtaposition with that curb. So anyway, that's what happened. So anyway, the Los Angeles Times seems to be putting out an article here that says, Jodie Sweetin says, our activism will continue after LAPD shoves her at a row. Now, they didn't say they shoved her to the ground, because clearly she tripped. Okay. Oh, I adore her. I hope she's all right. If I took a fall like that, I'd break. Oh, sorry. We're so sorry for you. Anyway, I thought LA was mostly against termination of Roe versus. It's kind of funny too, because in in Los Angeles where they're protesting? Do these idiots know that abortion is still legal, 100% legal in California, and probably will be forever? I doubt it. They're too stupid. Anyway. So anyway, that's why this guy, Jim, decided to show his virtue by saying, this is why this 71-year-old ex-Marine, ex-Goldwater Republican knows we will win. Well, who is we, motherfucker? What's this we shit, white boy? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it. Hi, David Gershwin, by the way. What's this we shit? This bunch of robe-wearing political hacks and vandals. So he doesn't like the Supreme Court decision. Sorry, Jim. I don't really care if you like the decision. I'm getting over it. Uh-oh. Oh, they found out why there were bricks near the congressional office buildings. Yeah, there was the other day, what's her name? The goofy one from Georgia. What's MTG? Marjorie Taylor Greene was asking why there were bricks near the congressional office. It did look, though, because, every time there was going to be a protest, and all of a sudden there'd be this pallet of bricks just sitting out there randomly on the curb, and everyone's wondering why it's there. Well, those bricks, because there was an ongoing project near congressional office buildings. Real quick, thank you, Cryptic. Thank you for sponsoring the show, sir. Who said? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm just getting used to the new stuff here. Here we go. We're gonna get more special music for the super chats. Cryptic, dropping a 5 in the tip jar. Thank you very much. She says, we all know about Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But have you heard of Cole's Law? It's thinly sliced cabbage. Oh, thank you, Cryptic. Cole's Law versus Murphy's Law. Get used to it. All right. That was silly. All right. Let's move on. Cole's Law. Okay. San Antonio's trending today. Now, most of you probably heard about this tragic happening in San Antonio, Texas. There was mass fatalities found of people in a truck. 46 bodies found in a truck carrying migrants in San Antonio. Officials confirmed that a total of 46 bodies were found dead by law enforcement inside a tractor trailer. Officials confirmed that the total of 46 bodies were found in the back of a commercial truck parked roughly 3 miles southwest of downtown San Antonio, roughly an hour's drive south of Austin, according to My San Antonio. Fire Chief Charles Hood said a further 16 people, 12 adults and 4 children, were transported to local hospitals suffering from heat-related injuries. Patients that we saw were hot to the touch, Hood said, according to the outlet, adding that he did not know how long the people had been in the trailer. Police Chief William McManus said 3 people were in custody, but that it is unclear whether they are connected to the incident. The investigation has now been turned over to the Department of Homeland Security. The people who died in the tractor trailer are migrants who are believed to have been transported as part of a human smuggling operation, according to multiple law enforcement agencies. So this is a really, really ugly scene. Good morning, Fight for Our Rights. Apparently this was a refrigerator truck, but it wasn't refrigerated because all these people were in serious heat stroke or heat exhaustion. And apparently, update, Mexican foreign minister says the death count from San Antonio tractor trailer incident stands at 50 people now, up overnight from 46, 22 Mexicans, 7 Guatemalans, 22 Hondurans. The other migrants have yet to be identified. Okay, why is this changing here? This is Biden's. Now, people are blaming Biden. Biden's policies are 100% responsible for the horrific deaths in San Antonio. Other people commenting on this. Let's see. So now the death toll is up to 50. Representative Mike Garcia. Sickening. This is the result of the inhumanity that comes with incentivizing this type of crisis at the border. The U.S. must secure the border before more lives are lost. Jack Posobiec, how many more people have to die like this in San Antonio before Joe Biden does something to fix our open borders? Well, he has done something. And I got to give him credit. I got to give Joe Biden credit for one thing that he's done regarding the border. He has put, sorry, I try to say this. Kamala Harris is the border czar. I mean, she's doing a fantastic job. Why
the fuck you lying?
Okay, I know. Anyway, yeah, has she even been to the border yet? I mean, how long has it been? Was it like February of last year that she became the border czar? Like Biden's gonna put her. Hi, Keevan. Isn't that when that's when who's put her in charge of the border? Like February last year. Has she even been there yet? I don't think so. Holy smokes. Keevan was congratulating you for sharing the stream, but then your message was retracted. Oh, well, thank you for sharing the stream, Keevan. So anyway, that's a hot trending topic. Lots of people talking about it. Will someone please tell Texas Greggy? Okay, wait a minute. Now, listen to this. Okay, so this this lady is going to blame Greg Abbott for this. Will someone please tell Texas Greggy that no, 50 people dying in a truck in San Antonio is not due to Joe Biden's open borders. If we had open borders, these people would have taken leisure family drive into the U.S. How dumb can one governor be? No, but okay, when people say open borders, they don't mean that like we're letting them. It means that we are turning a blind eye to the illegality. Now, again, this is obviously because of a smuggling situation. But once they get here, what are we doing? We've kind of changed the whole tune on what we're going to do with people who are here illegally. So anyway, Maria Shriver, who is, isn't Maria Shriver, isn't that Arnold Schwarzenegger's ex-wife? The heartbreaking story out of San Antonio is such a human tragedy. Think about the lengths that individuals go to come to this country searching for a better life. I know. Why would they want to come to this racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic place like the United States of America where everybody has guns and everybody's killing each other? I don't know. Anyway, real quick. Thank you. Let's go back to the chats here because I'm gotta try to keep up. Thank you, Black Keepers Your Light, for sponsoring the show once again. Who says, oh, hang on, I need music. Let's go this one. Black Keeper Israelite says, that last article was so dumb. I'm not sure it wasn't written by Rachel's sister.
That's right.
Why Antifa always... Why does Antifa always put their women on the front line? That's why you lost.
That's right.
Repeal the 19th.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Black Hebrew Israelites. I appreciate
That's
you.
That's
right. Also, Maddie, hope things are going well. I've been paying attention, and we'll catch up with you sometime soon. Maddie, I gotta change the music for Maddie though because it's gotta be more. Let's go with let's go. Oh, Snowy Holiday. I don't want a Snowy Holiday. Let's go with this. Here we go. And then Maddie says, Harris has to know where the border is before she can visit it. Yeah, she's not the brightest bulb in the tree. She's too busy treating Americans like they're in kindergarten and can't understand large words. Yes. That is true. She does talk to everybody like she's talking to a kindergarten class. It's kind of weird how she does that. Okay, stop the music. Thank you, Maddie, for sponsoring the show with a small bullet. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. What else we got? Oh, Hunter Biden's trending. Hunter Biden was trending this morning. That's also one. And he is trending because, well... Remember during the campaign when Joe Biden was saying, oh, no, I never paid attention to my son's business dealings. I never did anything. I didn't have my fingers in it. I wasn't getting my 10%. I was not the big guy. I did not know anything. He was like Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing. I see nothing. Well, apparently voicemails found are saying otherwise. Joe Biden, I never discussed overseas business deals with my son. Also, Joe Biden, I thought the article released online. It's going to be printed tomorrow in the Times was good. I think you're clear. Okay, here's the article of the Daily Mail. Exclusive from the Daily Mail. I think you're clear. Voicemail from Joe Biden to Hunter about New York Times report on his Chinese business dealings. Proves he did speak to his son about his relationship with criminal dubbed the spy chief in China. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm just going to do the bullet points. You can read the article if you want. So here are the bullet points from the article. 1, Joe Biden called Hunter in December 2018, saying he wanted to talk to him after reading a New York Times story about Hunter's dealing with the Chinese oil chief, which is CEFC. Files on Hunter's abandoned laptop previously disclosed by the Daily Mail show that he struck a deal with the Chinese company worth millions of dollars. The Times 2018 story pointed to CEFC's chairman Yi Jianming, pointed out that Xi Jinping had been arrested in China and his lieutenant Patrick Ho, he's such a hoe, had been convicted of bribery. Hunter accidentally recorded himself referring to Ho as the spy chief of China. After seeing the story online, Joe called Hunter and left a voicemail. I thought the article released online, it's going to be printed tomorrow in the Times, was good. I think you're clear, Joe said in the voicemail. The message flies in the face of the president's repeated denials that he ever discussed Hunter's overseas business dealings with his son. So anyway, they have voicemails pretty much proving that Joe Biden knew all about his son's deals in China, and he lied about it during the campaign. But, Joe just was kind of telling stories ahead of time and just like his college grades. He was the top of his class. He had multiple scholarships. He was the best student ever in law school, which was like 44 out of 46. But anyway, he was the best ever, and Joe Biden never tells a story that just comes straight out of his ass. So that's why that's why Hunter Biden is trending, and lots of people talking about it. Let's see here. In fact, let's go through some of the tweets, and I'll leave that up there. If Hunter Biden was a Republican, he'd be 5 years into a 20-year bit. Yes, he would. So something Hunter Biden, something. That's how you know the January 6th emergency hearing is going to be worthwhile. Oh God, no, that's not true. Hunter Biden showing up on Twitter because the January 6th folks are crapping their pants right now about unexpected hearing date. No, they're on Twitter because the article in the Daily Mail came out. MAGA dragging out Hunter Biden again. Must be shitting bricks over the new witness at the January 6th hearing. Oh, because I think Mark Meadows' assistant or something like that is going to be testifying today, which I don't know what that's going to do. So a lot of liberals saying, Hunter Biden's trending because they're worried about the January 6th committee. How much have we heard about the January 6th committee since the first day? The people watching it has dwindled down to, I think, about under like 8 million a day. Started out the first day was over 20 million between all the networks, which is not very many. But no one's really paying attention to it. But a lot of people are saying that's why it's trending. Now, if you don't think, someone else here, if you don't think Joe Biden and his family are dirty and corrupt, you're not paying attention. Yeah. Joe financed Hunter's participation in an escort ring tied to Russia. Okay, I don't know what that is. That can't be true. Wait a minute. What? Let's see what this says. There's also a Washington Examiner article here. Joe Biden unwittingly helped finance Hunter Biden's tryst with Russia-linked escorts. Okay. I do got to read this. President Joe Biden apparently unwittingly financed his son's participation in an escort ring tied to Russia. Records from a copy of Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop show. Hunter Biden spent over $30,000 on escorts, many of whom were linked to .ru Russian email addresses and worked with an exclusive model agency called Uber GFE during a 3.5 month period between November 2018 and March 2019. Now, how did Joe Biden have part of this? He managed to do so thanks in part to Joe Biden committing to wiring him a total of $100,000 to help pay his bills from December 2018 through January 2019. Now, what? Why was it? Okay, this is all on the laptop. In one instance, Joe Biden wired his son $5,000 while he was actively engaged with the Uber GFE escort. In another, text indicated that Hunter Biden convinced his father to wire him $20,000 to finance his stay at a New York City drug rehabilitation program that he never checked into. What's wrong with you? Hunter told the Washington Examiner shortly after the story was published. There is no suggestion in these messages that Joe Biden knew what his son was spending his support payments on. Hunter Biden disclosed in text messages with a woman named Ava, the go-between who served as his primary point of contact for Uber GFE, that his accounts were temporarily frozen at one point because his attempted payments to her girls with Russian email accounts were too much of a red flag for his bank. Ava refers to him as Robert in the messages, which is his birth name. Okay, so anyway, that's some salacious shit too. So, that's not going to distract from the January 6th stuff because the media loves the January 6th stuff. All right, moving on. What else is trending today? Michael Stenger is trending. Now, if you don't know who Michael Stenger is, Michael Stenger, the Senate security chief, on January 6th, has died before the hearing. Now, this is very unlikely Arkansas. Former Senate Sergeant at Arms who oversaw security during last year's Capitol insurrection, has died one day before Tuesday's hearing to present new evidence. Michael Stenger, who resigned a day after pro-Trump rioters easily stormed the Capitol. Easily? Wow! That's interesting adjective there. A day after pro-Trump rioters easily stormed the Capitol. Is that messing with him? On January 6, 2021, died Monday morning, Politico reported. The Marine Corps veteran, 71, spent 35 years in the Secret Service before joining the Senate Sergeant at Arms team in 2011. He was later appointed to the post in 2018. Former colleagues were notified of his death Monday afternoon, Politico reported. Stenger stepped down after Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell requested his resignation amid widespread criticism in the deadly attempted insurrection. House Sergeant at Arms Paul Irving and Capitol Police Chief Sund also resigned. The ultimate blame for yesterday lies with the unhinged criminals who broke down doors, trampled our nation's flag, fought with law enforcement, and tried to disrupt our democracy with those who incited them, McConnell said at the time. They broke down one door. The rest of the doors, they got let in. Anyway, no, but I'm not... But that's none of my business. But this fact does not and will not preclude our addressing the shocking failures in the Capitol's security posture and protocols. Yeah, like not having extra security, knowing that there's going to be maybe 100,000 people in town. The Senate Rules Committee report cited Sund and Stenger's inaction in the Capitol violence, finding that Sund never submitted a formal request to Capitol Police for National Guard support ahead of January 6th. Instead, Sund had informal conversations with Stenger on the possible need for National Guard troops. Now, wait a minute. This is interesting because Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi, wouldn't that be part of their job too, though? If maybe they didn't submit formal request. Oh, I see. They didn't submit formal request. Stenger's death came one day before Tuesday's abruptly added January 6th panel hearing, during which an aide of former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows will testify to present recently obtained evidence and receive witness testimony. Oh, recently obtained evidence? I might have to watch that today. Cassidy Hutchinson, who serves as a special assistant in the White House. I wonder if they coerced her into doing this. During the Trump administration, will take the stand to provide intel on last year's Capitol insurrection and the administration's response. The House panel is yet to explain the newly added 1 p.m. hearing after Washington lawmakers were away on a 2-week recess. The committee said last week no more hearings would be held until July because it's too far from the election. They got to do them in July, August, and September so they can be closer. Anyway, Steger's death was noted by Georgia Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who shared a video of his testimony to a Senate committee in February 2021. This is an opportunity to learn a lesson from the events of January 6th. Steger said investigations should be considered as to funding and travel of what appears to be professional agitators. First Amendment rights should always be considered in conjunction with these investigations. So, Steger said the January 6th insurrection went beyond disobedience and was a coordinated attack. A bipartisan Senate report found 7 deaths were linked to the violence. Wait a minute. 7 deaths were linked to the violence? Oh, okay, I'm going to put the report here. How long is this report? It's too long for me to read. But they say that is, oh my God. 7 deaths linked to the violence. 2 deaths were absolutely from the violence of the Capitol Police who killed people. 1 shot, 1 person beaten to death. The others 5, 1 Capitol Police officer had a stroke the next evening. Riot didn't cause a stroke, and I think 3 others committed suicide. I'm not sure. And then there was 1 other person who died of natural causes. But and even the New York Post saying Senate report found 7 deaths were linked to the violence. Interesting, including 3 law enforcement officers. That's what the Senate report said. All right, let's move on. I'll leave that Senate report up in the links. By the way, everything we talk about, or every tweet, article, music, video, whatever, except for the music from the show, will be linked in a single link at the end of the show. I'll update it during the outro. In the second paragraph of the description down below, I will have a single link that will take you to a page that will have hyperlinks to all these articles and tweets. All right, let's, what did I do there? I messed up. Need a producer. All right, Howard Stern is trend. Oh, wait, who's this? Sean Hastings, who's this? Oh, I'll stay in order here. So, the Great Lake, which is directly to the north of myself, that would be Lake Superior, is trending. And apparently, there's an account called Lake Superior that, I mean, it's kind of funny, even though I am just going to read what it says. And it's not necessarily I agree with it, but it is sort of funny that a Twitter handle called Lake Superior would have an argument with somebody on Twitter. So the lake, Lake Superior, which is directly north of me, and Minnesota, and also Wisconsin and Michigan and all that stuff, apparently tweeted this out. And this is, I don't understand why lakes are tweeting at all, but Lake Superior says this lake vehemently stands with women having the right to choose. I'm like, okay, I gotcha. But anyway, someone responded. Now, the response was, yep, I follow Lake Superior for political takes. Man, can't anything just be fun? Because, it's just a silly little Twitter handle that tweets out. But then this Lake Superior account decides to reply. To begin, water is one of the most politicized resources in the world. I, sir, am water. Secondly, if you need to unfollow an account because 1 in every 432 tweets from a satirical geographic Twitter account is political instead of fun, you need to work on your fragility. Thirdly, a large portion of life is not about being fun. A lot of life is about standing up for the rights of others, especially in the face of historical imbalances that have historically favored cis white males.
You're fucking a white male!
While leaving others greatly disadvantaged. Well, you near in your little soapbox. So anyway, someone says, Lake Superior absolutely headed this guy his ass, and I'm here for it. Lake Superior hasn't wrecked anyone this bad since the Edmund Fitzgerald. Well, whatever. I mean, it is kind of funny that it replied, but then I have to listen to the message, and it's I didn't know a lake just put out some virtue signaling bullshit too. So anyway, moving on, Howard Stern is trending. Now, you probably are not going to guess why Howard Stern is trending, but of course it's going to have something to do with recent Supreme Court rulings because, Howard Stern has turned from, radio rebel to establishment hack. Howard Stern. Howard Stern. Howard fucking Stern is going to run for president. Howard Stern on Roe versus Wade overturning. I'm actually going to probably have to run for president now. Where's the New York? Let me find the New York. Oh, here it is right here. New York Post article. Howard Stern wants to run for president to overturn all this bullshit. Sorry, that's as close as I can get to a Howard Stern impression. Howard Stern has achieved a lot in his entertainment career, but there is still one thing he aspires to be. President of the United States. The infamous shock jock 68 revealed on his Sirius XM radio show on Monday that if he ever became chief of state, he would like to overturn a few things. Which proves he's stupid. The problem with most presidents is they have too big of an agenda, he said. The New York native went on, the only agenda I would have is to make the country fair again. How would you do that, Howard? Stern then slammed 3 of former President Donald Trump's Supreme Court justices. Oh, I gotcha. It's very hard to have a Supreme Court that's openly lied. Okay, they're still on this bullshit about, he lied about the Roe versus Wade being precedent. When people asked the question, yes, Roe versus Wade was precedent. Plessy versus Ferguson was a precedent. Do you want that one back, Howard? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, he continued also noting that the act undermines everything. The private part star then touched upon Trump 76, I guess that's his age, losing the popular vote in 2016 and also winning the Electoral College against Hillary Clinton. A guy who lost the vote won the election because you're too stupid to understand how it works in our country. Anyway, how long can we keep electing people who lost the election? Well, no, actually, Trump won more elections than Hillary Clinton did because we're not just one election. We're 51 elections, actually 53 if you count Puerto Rico and Guam. But we're 51 elections, and each state then sends their electors to the thing where they actually count the electors that they counted for the college thingy. You know what I mean? But that makes it so that because guess what? The president of the United States is not supposed to be all powerful. And that's, so there. Oh my God, he's stupid. So anyway, so he doesn't understand the Electoral College. That he's proven that. Let's see what else stupid he said, which is, it's Howard Stern. So it's very likely that, why is this not scrolling? Is this, oh, there we go. The comedian also desires to put a stop to the Electoral College and wants to get rid of it. Yes, because he wants the New York and California to have all the power to tell what Montana and Wyoming and North Dakota and Nebraska to do. See, because they want to be able to just tell everyone that it's our way or the highway instead of having 51 little democracies that can all have their own kind of, bodily autonomy, so to speak. Anyway, the father of three added, I'm going to do the very simple thing that'll set the country straight. One vote, one person, no more electoral college. Well, good luck with that, because, you know, there's a little thing we got, big giant piece of paper with big John Hancock on it. No, that's it. That's Declaration of Independence. Anyway, the Constitution says you have to go through the constitutional process. So you're not going to be able to do that without 3/4 of the state agreeing to it, which ain't happening. Sorry, it's not happening. Stern then explains he wants to have more immediate action to stabilize the Supreme Court. What do you mean by stabilize the Supreme Court? The other thing is, if I do run for president, and I'm not fucking around, I'm really thinking about it, because the only other thing I'm going to do is appoint 5 more Supreme Court justices. Okay. That would require the Senate to go along with your bullshit. And it's going to take 60 votes. Wow. Isn't that a call for indirection? Hello, lunatic. How you doing? Nice to see you. And Brett Hayes, what's up? Oh my God. I'm not afraid to do it. As soon as I become president, you're going to get 5 new Supreme Court justices that are going to overturn all this bullshit, the Howard Stern show host pointed out. Stern also revealed that he would only consider running for president in 2024 only if Trump was the Republican nominee. I'll beat his ass, he affirmed. He first dipped his toes into the political pool in 1994 when he ran for New York governor as a libertarian. However, he dropped out due to being required to reveal his personal finances. Yeah, Howard Stern's a moron. Anyway, the only other thing I have today are kind of some a couple humorous things. We'll go to those. Barbie is trending. Barbie, yes, like the doll Barbie, and that apparently because there is a new movie coming out with photos from the set of the latest Barbie movie. Apparently Margot Robbie is going to be playing Barbie, and Ryan Gosling going to be playing Ken. So there's Margot Robbie as Barbie. Not bad, not a bad facility. Although I still can't not think of her as what's that? Oh shit! The Batman villain. What would she play? Who'd she play? I can only see her as that. Where are her organs? Oh jeez. Howard Stern calls for an insurrection. Yes. Suicide Squad. What's her name in Suicide Squad? Damn it. Anyway. So, but the thing, people tweeting about this are pretty funny. If it were that easy, we'd have 10,000 justices by now. Harley Quinn. Anyway. So anyway, people are tweeting about this. 2 tickets for the Barbie movie, please. People dressed in Boba Fett outfits. Target audience, Barbie movie. Actual audience. Because it's Margot Robbie, I guess. And there was a picture of here. 4 tickets for Barbie, please. Now, I'm trying to find the damn thing. There it is. Here's the pictures with Ryan Gosling, whatever the hell the fuck his name is, as Barbie and Ken. That is frightening. I am sorry. But, yeah, Margot Robbie's looking okay for that, whatever that thing is there. All right, let's move to the final couple things, and we're going to get out of here. What's this one? This is David. Oh, Mel Brooks is trending. And now Mel Brooks is trending, but not for the bad reason. He's trending because it is Mel Brooks' 96th birthday. So let's see. He eventually saw a rough cut of High Anxiety. He enjoyed it, said that nothing after it. He said he just left. I thought he wasn't happy. The next day I got this enormous, beautiful case of Chateau Haut-Briand, 1961. Oh, because, yeah, in High Anxiety, he did a spoof on the Byrds. And anyway, happy birthday, Mel Brooks. Here's some of the movies if you're not familiar. Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Silent Movie, High Anxiety, History of the World, Spaceballs, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, and Dracula, Dead and Loving It. Those are some of the many movies that he directed, authored. Also, the producers in that, Mel Brooks, the producers. Funny guy, but definitely, if you watch his movies from the 60s, 70s, etc., definitely not PC by today's standards, by any stretch of the imagination, especially Blazing Saddles. I don't know if you could make those movies today. And finally, let's finish off with just a sad clown laugh after I get rid of this. Whoopi Goldberg issues a warning to Clarence Thomas. Now, the ladies of The View are, how do I say it? The ladies of The View are just, why is my mouse not working? Straight morons. And Whoopi Goldberg issues warning to SCOTUS Justice, you better hope they don't come for you, Clarence. Among all the N-bombs and racist things people were saying about Clarence Thomas, we do have a more mild inception of that theme from Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg issued a stark warning Monday to Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, suggesting that his marriage to a white woman, Ginny Thomas, might be up for debate in the future because of the court's recent ruling in Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization. The ruling, which was announced Friday, overturned the previous landmark ruling on abortion, Roe versus Wade, and Planned Parenthood versus Casey. And Goldberg joined her co-host on ABC's The View to discuss the implications of that moving forward. Now, my computer's not working. Work, damn it. Here, let's go to this link. We'll open up the Twitter link and watch this. Maybe I can't get this to work. Anyway, so the co-host debated the ruling, which they argued was evidence. Oh, now it works all of a sudden. Give me a moment. The fuck is going on with my computer? Oh. All right, I will not have the article open, but I will have this open eventually. Springtime for Hitler in Germany, winter for Poland and France. Yeah, here's Whoopi Goldberg and her brilliance.
And I want to make things very clear. I'm very pro-life. I've never been anti-life. I want people to have the lives they want, but I don't want to force anybody. I don't want anybody coming in my house telling me how to raise my daughter and what she needs, because they don't know. And I appreciate everybody's religion, but I do not subscribe to your religion. I don't ask you to subscribe to mine, and you do not have the right, based on your religious beliefs, to tell me, because what's next, as Clarence Thomas is signaling, they would like to get rid of contraception. Do you understand, sir?
Did they?
No, because you don't have to use it.
But that's crazy.
They don't have to use it.
That is
on the menu
insane.
now. Contraception's on the menu. Gay marriage is
Well, he
now
better hold
They're
on,
not.
going to be
because we
overturned.
weren't in the
Affirmative action is
we
no
were
more.
not in the Constitution either.
Well,
Now, let me just stop there, because she's going to go on this thing. Oh, we were just partial. We were 2/3 of me, blah, 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 in the Constitution. You know, Whoopi, since the time of the Constitution, they have added a few amendments. Okay, so he's going to be there were some amendments, right? And 13th, 14th, 15th kind of covers that little thing you're about to talk about, but you're too stupid to realize that he's not saying the original only 10, the Bill of Rights. He has to follow the entire Constitution as a member of the Supreme Court.
We were not even people
He is
in the
saying
Constitution.
nothing is.
Oh, and the other part of this too, this is false. The other part about this is false. Does she even realize that not all black people were slaves? Did you know that? Because I know part of my family wasn't. Part of my family came from Ohio, where there were no slaves. They were free black people in Ohio. So the idea wasn't that the black people were 2/3. They could count 2/3 of black people. That wasn't what the thing in the Constitution said. It said you could only count 2/3 of the slaves within your population. There were free black men. In fact, there were black slave owners when they wrote the Constitution. But the South had more slaves, and they didn't want to give the South the power of population. So she still gets it wrong.
Anymore.
Well, you better hope that they don't come for you, Clarence, and say you should not be married to your wife, who happens to be white.
Who are they?
Because they will move back.
Who are they?
You better hope that nobody says, well, you're not in the Constitution. You're back to being a quarter of a person.
Back to the 50s.
Again, she's getting it wrong. But anyway, that's the brilliance of the View, or lack thereof. And that's about all I can take for today. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me today on the Morning Night Live. If you haven't done so, hit the like button before you go, because, some of you like me. And please share the stream before, during, and after, before you click any more buttons. Also, if you're watching on a replay, put a comment in the comment section. I don't care. Just say hi if you want to, but there's something that you can talk about. And, 3/5, I'm sorry. And then also, that 3/5 should have been 0/5. They should have been able to count any slaves, but that was the compromise that they made. Good point, Anna Lynn. And then also, if you want to sponsor the show, PDogNight.live, 24 hours a day. I'll read messages from the off hours also. And then Super Chats during the show, Cash App and Venmo in the description down below if you want to sponsor the show. But that's obviously not required. The show is always free. And but I would like it if you help me let more people know about us. The more the merrier. And thank you for doing that. And a lot of you do that already, and I appreciate it. So back here tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern. I don't do you have any plans tonight? I got to introduce a couple dogs so we can all go to the cabin with dogs together, but that's a whole nother story. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you to our sponsors, several of them today: Jaeger Pony, Tire Alexander, Black Hebrew Israelite, Tire Alexander as Liberal Tire, and this is Kyle Cryptic, Black Hebrew Israelite, and Maddie. Thank you very much. And Jaeger Pony, you are the Streamlabs Superstars Donor of the Day. All right, that's it. Gotta go. My name's P-Dog Knight, and I am out of here. Bye-bye. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.